Today is the day when you and your parents are invited over at Taeyang's place for dinner. You are extremely worried whether you would be able to make a good first impression on his parents or no. You had locked yourself up in your room for past 2 hours trying to figure out what should you wear. Finally, you decided to keep it simple and comfortable, and you wore a decent knee-length midi gown with a sleek gold chain with a small pendant hanging and a rose gold colored classy watch. Your mom knocked at the door and you opened. "What's taking you so long, Chicky? Let's go now, or else we'll get late." "Yeah, mom, I'm ready. Let's go." After 40 minutes of drive, you all reached at his place. It was a magnanimous mansion that looked nothing short of a palace. It had a gigantic entrance gate that opened up to a massive lawn on one side, followed by a pool, and on the other side there was a trail of fancy expensive cars. On getting out of your car, it was taken over by the valet, and you were escorted inside by the watchman. This whole royal experience was quite nerve-wracking for you. You particularly started to lose all your confidence looking at all this. Your palms got cold and sweaty while your throat had dried up. You almost felt like your voice was not coming out of your throat. Soon you guys reached the main door that was opened by his parents. They both greeted you all with a smile and welcomed you all inside the house. As soon as you entered, your eyes started searching for Taeyang, who was nowhere to be seen. His mother was constantly looking at you. It appeared to you as if she was scanning you from top to bottom. You all were served with variety of snacks and beverages, some of which you hadn't even heard about before. His parents were talking about things that you guys couldn't even relate with. This entire experience was daunting for you. "So Ryan, Taeyang told me you guys met at some Indian wedding or something." "That was actually my friend's engagement, auntie," your mom said. Actually, they met at Ryan's clinic for the first time, and then one of the days Ryan brought him to the ceremony where we all got to meet him as well. "Oh, I was right about you then, Ryan. I thought the same." "As in?" "I guess you would have thought to make him familiar with your family first. You seem smart. By the way, Ryan, I hear that your family lives here for many years, but you are relatively new in Seoul. Is that right?" "Yes, auntie. I just moved in 2 years ago. I still don't know a lot about Korea." Well, honestly, nationality has never mattered to Taeyang. But for all of us as a family, we always preferred a Korean girl to be our daughter-in-law. Nothing personal. It's just easier to mix up with one, you see. Though you sensed with her tone that she meant something wrong, but with the fear of being misjudged, you didn't say anything. You thought to yourself, "I'm sure his mother dislikes me already. And where is this Taeyang? He invited us and he's not there yet. So irresponsible of him." Taeyang's mother figured that you were searching for him. Taeyang was busy at the rehearsals yesterday whole night. He returned from the studio this afternoon and has been sleeping since then. Your dad said. Taeyang seems to be a very hardworking artist. Music is a very demanding profession. I used to play a few instruments myself in my early days too. Oh really? Good to know. Taeyang has a huge music library filled with variety of musical instruments that he had acquired from various places of the world. All of them are unique collectibles costing millions. All these kind of discussions were making you extremely uncomfortable. Suddenly you all heard the sound of footsteps coming from the stairs. When you all looked, it was Taeyang. He was getting down hurriedly. He looked at all of you at once and wished everyone. "Hello sir, hello ma'am. I'm so sorry for being late. I'm really sorry. I had slept off." "Hi Ryan." "Hi." Though you were kind of angry at him for not being there on time, but at last looking at him brought some relief to your heart. Taeyang sensed a bit of tension in the air and he thought of cooling things down. He started off with random discussions to lighten up the atmosphere. But he could definitely see how you were just faking a smile, but from inside you were really at unrest. In some time dinner was served. Taeyang was a total gentleman about it. He pulled the chairs for all of you, helped in serving dinner, and at the end of the dinner, he took you all for a house tour. After the dinner was done, Taeyang's mom called him inside. "Taeyang, can you come inside for a moment, please?" "Sure." They both went inside the guest room, which was right adjacent to the hall, and shut the door. You started panicking, and negative thoughts started creeping up in your head. You were worried as to what they must be talking. "What is going on here?" "What's wrong, Mom?" You are giving them a house tour, calling them sir and ma'am, pulling chairs for them. Why are you getting so friendly with these people you barely know? Mom, I told you about my intention behind inviting Ryan and her family today, didn't I? I know, but I'm sorry, I cannot agree to this. Why? I don't like her. There must be a reason, right? I just don't. How can you decide so quickly? You have hardly spent any time with her. At least get to know her first. Today's meeting is enough for me to decide. Oh, come on. I saw your behavior outside. You hardly spoke a word to her. Listen, she's too clever. She already made you meet her family first. Look at yourself. You are so lost in her love that you're questioning me so many times. How do I believe she genuinely loves you? How do you even know she's not just faking this love for your wealth and fame? She's not even Korean. I always wanted you to marry a girl from our culture. Come on, Mom, be reasonable. First of all, she's not faking anything. I fell in love with her first and I proposed to her. She didn't even know who I was. Secondly, her parents are very simple and humble people. And as far as her not being Korean is concerned, you know it was never a concern for me. I want to marry someone who loves me back purely, and she does love me very much. And that's all that matters to me. He said it in a stern tone and left the room. After 2 minutes, his mother also came out. The way both of them behaved, it wasn't difficult to make out that something was definitely wrong. You almost knew in your heart that his mother was totally against this alliance. You were almost on the verge of breaking down, and that's when you said, "Can I go to the restroom once?" "Yeah, the guest room is on the right side," he pointed. When you did not return after 5 minutes, Taeyang got worried for you. "Excuse me everyone, I'll just go and check on her." He came in the room and knocked at the restroom door. "Ryan, are you fine?" "Yeah, just a minute," you replied in a choked up voice. You came out after a minute. From your red and swollen eyes, it wasn't hard for him to tell that you cried inside. He made you sit on one of the chairs in the room. "What happened?" "Nothing." "Why did you cry?" "I did not. I'm fine." You can't lie to me. Did anyone say anything to you? "No." Then what happened? Tell me. "I think your mom doesn't like me." Okay, look, I won't lie. Maybe she doesn't. But why are you worrying about that? I'm there by your side. I think you should marry someone of her choice. What rubbish. You know I love you, and I can't see myself getting married to anyone else. Why not? She's your mother. She'll always choose the best for you. Are you insane? You know me very well. Even if she doesn't approve of you, I will still go ahead and marry you. That's what I don't want. I don't want to come between you two. I don't want to be the reason for enmity between you and your mother. You have lost your mind, Ryan. Listen, please don't be angry. I know you love me, but your mom loves you too. You are a huge celebrity. All the girls love you. She must be concerned. What if a girl just wants to take advantage of your money and fame? Your mom just wants to protect you from getting hurt. I also know who's right for me, okay? And I know it's you. I'm sorry, Tay, but I can't let you go against your family to marry me. I don't want you to hurt your mother. No mother wishes ill of her child. That very moment, Taeyang's mother entered inside and you both stood up. I'm so sorry, Ryan. I misunderstood you. I was just passing by the room and I couldn't help overhearing your conversation. I cannot believe how you are ready to sacrifice your love for me. I'm nobody to you, and yet you are so concerned for me. Please forgive me. I misjudged you. You're the best life partner any boy could ever get. I would be lucky to have such a clean-hearted girl as my daughter-in-law. She said and kissed your hands. I don't know what to say, Auntie. I'm just so thankful. Taeyang hugged his mom tightly. Oh, Mom, you're the best. I love you so much. His mother smiled and hugged both of you. Now let me go and attend to your parents before they get worried any further. You two can join us later. Taeyang was super thrilled. As soon as his mom left the room, he pulled you close in a hug and kissed you passionately.